It's lovely having you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on this. I mean, it is deeply, deeply personal story that you're telling, and I think it will actually help a lot of people. The focus of it is something that actually in the past you've kept to yourself. You haven't really wanted to talk about it. Why has now felt like the right time to do this?
Yeah, I think throughout my life I've kept it quite secret. Only my friends and my family and close people to me know. I think in a way to protect myself and my loved ones, and I think very much so. I was a swimmer, and when you are a swimmer, you're very much focused and you're an athlete and stuff, and I didn't want distractions or anyone to know. And I thought, since retiring from swimming, and I thought this was the right time, you know. And I think you hear so many stories that people leave it too late, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, I lost my identity in swimming, and I was going through a bit of an emotional feeling through that, and I was like, yeah, this is the right time, and let's talk about it. And I think since opening up and talking about it more and more, people are like, oh yeah, I'm adopted, or I've got someone who I know someone who's adopted. And I think let's open that conversation, because it's definitely a subject that we quite shy away from in a way. And I think let's be proud and stuff, and then especially the link with disability too, and like you saw on that clip there, the whole language that was used even 28 years ago, you know. So I think, it's just something I'm very passionate now to talk about, and to be more open and not hide away. And I think now speaking about it more and more, it's definitely like a massive weight off my shoulders.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
And the right time to do it when you retire, because a lot of sports people do find themselves completely lost, and you've got to use that as a little turning point in your life. And we're going to talk about Val and Steve, your folks.
Oh, yeah.
They're just lovely people.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't met them, but I love them.
Oh, no, they're amazing.
They're
We had a
amazing.
remember that lovely chat not so long ago with them. We had a great time. But just let's rewind a little bit to the start of this journey for you, and when you found out for the first time, when you really started looking deeper into your birth mother and what had happened.
So I've always known I was adopted. It's very much a conversation that's very open in our family. And my other siblings to me are older, and like you said, Val and Steve, my mum and dad, who are the most amazing humans. Before adopting all of us, they were fostering too, so they're very much we're such a close unit and stuff. But I think going through this journey, I think I was very naive to start off with. I was very much like, oh, I would love to find out more information about myself. What is my birth mother like? My family. Never thinking that I'll actually get the chance to meet her, because along the way I met the likes of Jono and so many other people who were on the documentary that actually haven't had a chance to get their questions answered. And I was very lucky that I got my questions answered. But I think it was definitely an emotional roller coaster. It was tough. It was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. But in a way, I've got my questions answered. And I think also talking about adoption is so important, and having this opportunity to talk about it and to be on TV and follow that journey. But it was a lot harder emotionally than I thought it was going to be. And I can't thank my parents, my loved ones, my support system because without them, I don't think I would have, had the support in a way, and it was tough.
It was tough. You did get to meet your biological mother, as you said then. It's not something that happens on screen, but you do talk about that experience and what that was like. I think a lot of people, when I read this, when I was like, God, I imagine a lot of people will relate to this, that feeling of you had an image in your head of what she was like, that kind of Tracy Beaker type thing. When you met her and saw her, did it make sense? Was there a connection? Could you see yourself in her?
Oh, hugely, hugely. I was actually so nervous. We were supposed to meet another time before, but I got a migraine, actually, and I get migraines really, really bad. So, again, those nerves got me very stressful in a way. So I catched up with her the second time and tried to meet her. And, just so nervous I was. But that first moment of meeting each other, we just embraced, we just hugged, and it was just the most amazing feeling. And I said to Glesley, who you saw on the doc, I said to her,
helped you
she was my massive support system throughout and even now. I said to her, I only want to meet her for 15 minutes, please. Again, nerves and all this. And next thing we know, we were chatting for 5 hours.
Wow.
And I think when you're looking at someone who looks like you, again, we have the same personality. it was crazy. It was that mirror image. And like you said, Holly, like when you're young, you have these visions of what your birth parents are going to be like, your birth mum. It's a bit like, it is like Tracy Beacon, you know, she has a vision of what her birth mother's going to be like, famous and all that. But yeah, you have these visions. And then finally, her sitting right in front of me, it was just, yeah, amazing. And she got the same eyes and facial expressions and everything and personality traits. It definitely, like, helped answer those questions.
Piece of the puzzle.
Yeah,
really
piece, definitely.
Cathartic for you, but can you imagine how cathartic it was for her as well? I mean, what did she have to say once she settled down and got used to the idea of having you in front of her?
Again, her personality is like mine, very much chatty, very, like, yeah, personalities just buzzing off each other, you know. But I think the main thing that she keeps reiterating, and she reiterated at that time, was how much love and support that she had for my parents, because I am the person that I am today without my mum and dad, you know, with my mum and dad, sorry. Like, they've raised me up to be the person that I am today, and they're just, yeah, she's so thankful to them.
To them for doing that.
Did she, had she known about you and how things are going in life? Had she followed your incredible sporting career?
Yeah, I think she mentioned that during Beijing in 2008, way back when I was 13, she was watching the Paralympics and saw me on TV and put the puzzle together. So saw, like, who I was, and again, I had the same name as when I was at birth to now, and saw, like, where I was born and did a bit of research. So yeah, and always followed my journey. And again, massive respect to her too, that in, like, throughout my career and my life, that she's never come to, like, she could easily have come to, like, my races or come to where I was, but throughout she, like, gave me that respect and left me to go to her and
find when you're
her. And
I just wanted to ask you, just because I think this is an important thing, when she made that decision to give you up for an adoption, it was a different time, and you can see by the language being used around your situation and your disability, and it's shocking actually to hear it. And you know, you think, well, was that a different time back then? But then when you look at the stats on adoption now of families looking to adopt and how many are actually willing to adopt a child with a disability, out of thousands of families looking for a child, only 8.
I know.
Only 8 would consider that. I mean, it doesn't feel like we've moved on that much.
No, when I was with a social worker and seeing those statistics and seeing that database, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because, again, I knew that disability way back, and again, reading my information booklet, it was the saying about the language, people with dwarfism perceived as people in the circus, not mentally stable,
horrible,
you know, being evil. But still now, 2022, 2023, the language and the acceptance of people with a disability, and I think that's one of these main reasonings for this documentary, is that having a disability is amazing. And yes, we have to do it in a different way, you know, there's adaptations, but we can still live a fulfilled life.
You are living proof as you sit here that is the case.
You're just such a brilliant, positive person. I love talking to you.
Thank
because
you
you just shine. You always just shine.
Thank you.
Good luck with the documentary. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Ellie's documentary, My Secret Family, 9 p.m. tomorrow night on ITV1. And thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.